Hey y'all. Oh, did it go? Did it start with hey y'all? Shit, I don't know. I didn't look at the numbers or nothing. Hey y'all, what's going on? Listen, catching up fully and going back to the Mob Wives. Now, I'm not going back to number one. Just not gonna do it. And yes, I know it comes on tonight, but it also, y'all also know what else comes on. So I'm gonna try to get in too, because the second episode just set my soul aflame. Now, welcome back to my mob hoes. Drita, Kern, Big Ange. That's my motherfucker. Kern's really my girl, but I like Drita too. You know, Renee, girl, all of them. This new hoe, Natalie, bitch, I don't give a fuck who you are or who you think you are. Bitch, you are not playing by the lady codes, bitch. Okay, y'all, I'm not digging Natalie at all. I don't give a fuck. And, you know, it is what the fuck it is, bitch. You a petty ass bitch. You a nervous ass bitch. You talk a lot of lip and this and that and other, and like you want to throw hands and shit when motherfuckers are around, bitch. But I bet you, if you and Currency, you know what I'm saying, just you and her, no Drita, no nobody, your man, no, Renee's man, So y'all, let's get into it. This one is basically based around the fact that y'all know in the first episode, nobody seems to be fully jigging with Renee. Renee then one hooked up with, you know what I'm saying? She's like the outcast because of last season, and this Natalie bitch who was the bitch that you brought in, Renee. I'm just saying, girl, you got to be a better judge of motherfucking character. You done brought this hot-head ass bitch in, and not really hot-headed, but she called your whole card a long time ago. I went back and looked at the damn scene, you know, with y'all and y'all eating and this and that and other. Yeah, y'all had, you know what I'm saying? Like, that bitch could have, no. Honey, I would have ended that shit right there. But one thing about Renee, you got a lot of motherfucking mouth but no hands to put behind it. You're really not the one that's gonna be shoving people's heads through windows, glasses, bars and shit like that. You gonna shove and, you know, do all of that. And I'm not saying that's what needs to be done. You know, as women, we shouldn't be out here brawling like motherfucking man and dogs and shit. You know, but sometimes, you know, if a motherfucker try you or put hands on you, bitch, then that's what it is. I'm just, you know, to be quite honest, I've always seen a little bit of, there's always been messiness in Renee. You know, it's always been some messiness in her. But when I look up and I see Big Ange out the motherfucking frame, you know what I mean, who tries to be vanilla with everybody. When I see that shit, that makes me think something, you know what I'm saying, ain't kosher with Renee or whatever, which I always knew that. Like, Renee, you would pack shit and you would tell half-truths. You know, half-truths, half a lie, whatever you want to say. But with that said, you know, Renee has some nice qualities. I'm going to continue to ride with the original girls. It is what the fuck it is. I'm glad the other hoes gone. Never really dug her ever. At all. Period. You know. But in this instance, and I'm just kind of starting this with just me talking about, because y'all, this is my shit. Mob Wives was my shit until they finagled the shit and kind of changed. The shit went awry. You know, and I was kind of like, yeah, I'm going to have to part ways from it or whatever. But now I'm back. I'm back. So let's go ahead and finish 2. Talk about 2. Basically, it's based around Drita's mad the motherfucker talking about cracking Renee's head open. You know, and we'll kind of open with this. With Renee sitting somewhere, she's supposed to meet up with Drita, this and that and other. Drita's driving this shit hot in the motherfucker. Renee can have an anxiety attack. Because I do believe that Renee has some fear when it comes to Drita. But I think that's because she knows Drita will do just that thing that Renee keeps saying she's going to do. You know what I'm saying? So she knows that. But with that being said, Drita, I don't understand how you... Now, you want to come in there and be about, did you save my family, this and that and other, whoop-de-wop, wop, wop. But here's my thing. When you gonna check this bitch's motherfucking receipts? Y'all done open y'all motherfucking arms for this new ass bitch. When you gonna check the motherfucking receipts on this hoe? I'm not seeing it. I done went back, and I'm sure by now y'all done looked at the shit, the show and shit, and realized that this bitch is a snake ass bitch. And if you haven't, I feel bad for you. So she's like, look, let's go right into it, Drita. Y'all know I ain't gonna be going from the beginning to the end or whatever. It's whatever I want to talk about. She's like, look, let's just get right into it. Because if you call me this, if you did that, I'm gonna crack your motherfucking head open. Straight up. Just straight up. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, I ain't talking behind your motherfucking back. I'm keeping the gutter in your face. This is why I fucks with Drita. You know, because a lot of bitches can't repeat a lot. Not all. A few bitches. I'll say a few because a lot of women can. Few bitches can't repeat what they said behind another motherfucker's back. A few bitches cannot look at the bitch that you just had a 2-hour motherfucking hoe-a-thon, a bitch-a-thon talking about, and you see that bitch the next minute will not say the same shit that they said. You know what I'm saying? A real bitch can say it behind your back, in front of your back, at you, but a real bitch is not never going to start with behind your back. She going to start with your motherfucking front, in your face. Bitch, it's what it is. You know what I'm saying? This is how I feel. And it ain't even got to be no motherfucking bitch fest. It could just be like I said, I'm not digging you, you not digging me, and that's what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? We gonna handle this like grown women and say we agree. The fact that we don't fuck with each other like that, but bitch, I'm gonna keep your name out of my mouth and you keep mine out of yours and walk away. You know what I'm saying? In this case, we can get on some gangster shit. Okay. We all talking about the mob wives, y'all. You know, I'm a little mob, or, you know, I'm a little mobbed up right now. But still none the motherfucking less. I still live by the decree and the motherfucking code. Okay? So, Renee's like, think about it. She said, what did she say? I talked about your husband in the sense of what he did or whatever, which I really felt like, Renee, you shouldn't have did that. What the fuck do it matter? Why are you and this bitch having a conversation about this other bitch's husband? Like, it ain't even cool. Like, fuck that. Let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't even no great conversation to have. You know what I'm saying? And Drita's like, well, I don't see no problem in that really that bad. But if you said some of this other shit, it's a problem. Renee said, I should have never talked about your husband to her, period. And I'll own up to that. That's mine. I shouldn't have did it. You know, I won't do that anymore. But that other shit, no. You know, she's saying that she didn't do. Okay, they go on to talk and, you know, Drita's finding out some shit and Renee's like, look, she needs you. You know what I'm saying? When y'all wasn't digging her, she needed me and I was riding with her. Now, me and her ain't together, she needs y'all. It's like we've been in this for 20 some odd years. And we're going to let a new bitch come in and uproot our foundation, bitch. I'm sorry. Motherfucking 4 women been friends, I'm just saying for instance. For all these motherfucking years, a new bitch will never filtrate. You can welcome a bitch in, but we never gonna be motherfucking at the point where we throwing hands over a new bitch. Or whatever. We never gonna be at the point where we second guessing and this and that and other each other, because this bitch been in here 20 minutes. I've been in with you for 20 years. At the very least, my thing would have been, we're gonna need all of us to sit down if you wanted to do even that and see what this bitch had to say. Now, I felt that should have been said a long motherfucking time ago, Drita, before you said you gonna crack your friend who been your friend for 20 some odd years head open. I don't get that. You done calm down some, but you still a motherfucking hothead. You still want to lay hands on motherfuckers. No, you should at least, at the very least, say, I'm gonna need to bring this bitch. I don't even know who that is. Anywho, at the very least, you should have been like, you not going to, you know what I'm saying? You should, look, I'm going to find out. I'm going to bring y'all together. And like you said, I'm going to see how y'all act, this, that, and other. And then the fact that the bitch wants to call cops and this and that and other. Like, bitch, are you kidding me? And I bit my damn tongue again in my lip. I'm not feeling Natalie. And then, Natalie, I'm watching you and how you are dancing around with your man and the whole shit and how it really went down. You made it seem like he was coming for you. They was arguing and shit, bitch. And I will give you this, though. I will say this about your motherfucking man, though. When y'all was sitting at whatever yacht club or whatever the fuck y'all was at, you know, you said, well, he said it this way or whatever. He's telling somewhat half truths on that. He should have just said how that shit went down from the door. But you a petty bitch, and you would have made what you wanted to make out of it any motherfucking way. You know what I'm saying? Basically, what happened is that he said, that's my girl, this and that and other, whoop whop, and you know, why is she, you know what I'm saying? But with that being said, I'm gonna have to check you, boo. 1 minute, I'm talking about my girl's man, Karen, had to think of it. When it's women's shit, you're never in the motherfucking street. Your conversation is not, your girl said this and your girl need, no, never. You never approaching another man about his woman. That's woman shit. Let them work that shit out. Y'all should have kept it as y'all was, dap, whatever, you know, hey. You know, I don't get in that woman shit. You know what I'm saying? You know somebody I know, and hey, nice to meet you, whatever, we ain't got no issue. You know, you should have never said anything about, you know what I'm saying, but it could have been that, you know, old dude's coming at you saying, or whatever he's saying, or whatever. It just should have never been a conversation between y'all amongst, you know, what your girl said, other than, oh yeah, I think my girl knows your girl. That's it. Boom. That's it. You go from there on some man shit. And, you know, I just think some lines been crossed on both sides. I'm not going to say just because Karen's my motherfucking girl. You know, I'm going to say lines was crossed on both sides when it comes to the man. But I do agree somewhat. Well, I ain't even going to say that. It could be the old dude, you know. Well, we're going to get to that. Okay, let's go. Y'all, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay. Okay, so we have this. Then we have... You know, I want to skip over to the conversation with when Karen and Big Ange went to Drita's place, her new spot. They talking whoop-de-wop. Now, they seen Karen at the rooftop and all of that, and Drita's like, that wasn't a good spot because, you know, she's in her head about Renee and all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was good for them to sit down and meet and talk about this shit, you know, and it's kind of like, well, this is what was said. Blase. Now, Big Ange said, I'm inviting you. I'm not inviting Renee. Blase. You know what I'm saying? You bring your man and you bring, and I'm inviting Natalie, you know, and her man. And this ensues the conversation with Karen talking about, you know what I'm saying, what this bitch done and this and that and other. Now, Drita already knows that Natalie is a cop caller. Like, this bitch ain't gonna handle it like real motherfuckers do. This bitch gonna call the motherfucking cops. Now, this bitch didn't pretend, you know, when they had their conversation and just getting into that, you know, she didn't pretend like she ain't that girl. And Drita's like, well, she ain't talking like that because that bitch is a motherfucking poser. That bitch says what's needed. Because that bitch know one thing for motherfucking sure. If she don't know nothing else, she know that Drita will lay her motherfucking hands on that ass. And bitch, I will give you a memo right now. Karen will lay hands on your ass, bitch. You know. I don't know why you feel so much safer with Karen, because she will lay hands on your ass. The difference is that Karen gonna give you a little bit of rap with it. Drita ain't gonna give you no whole lot of rap. You know, ain't no need us keep on motherfucking talking, bitch. We obviously can't come to an agreement. So it is what the fuck it is. Let's dance, bitch. You know what I'm saying? If you can't get along, get a motherfucking fair one on. That's what the fuck it is. So, Big Ange, let me pause for a minute because I really need to look and go back and see why you feel so betrayed, you know what I'm saying, fully by Renee, and I don't want to pass judgment. But I will say this, and you know, I just need to look at it. But I really feel like Renee done ran afoul, or somebody done told her some lies or something, because she has totally turned away from Renee. You know what I'm saying? And she's always been kosher with everybody, though. You know what I'm saying? So it's got to be something major. So I'm going to hold my motherfucking tongue on that for a minute. But I would hope that after this many years, that it's some kind of way you and her could talk about it. Now that she just burnt the bridge, and that's it. The bridge that hung over the 20 years, it is what it is. Some shit you can't come back off of. But I'm going to have to check and see what the fuck that is and try to see if I can't get my little birdies are flying and find out fully, you know, what's tea. Okay. Now, Karen done showed while they at the meeting where she done said you a rat this and your rat family. And Natalie, bitch, you steady coming for other motherfuckers' families and shit and ratting your whole lifestyle and this and that and other and blue bloop the wop. Okay, her daddy did whatever you saying that he did, bitch. I'm just saying. She can't help who her daddy is. Bitch, you seem to want to lay on that rat shit. But I'm here to tell you that you a rat ass bitch too when you ran back and told Drita that shit. And then when she was checking you at the table, bitch, you had to be quick with that shit and be like, well, I'm trying to form a friendship with you. I don't want this shit to come up later. And this and that and other, bitch, no go. No go on that, bitch. It's a no go. And Drita, I don't get where you coming from. Because I'm sorry, I just know for a fact that if you sit for a minute and look at this shit, then you know this is a foul bitch. At the very least, this bitch is not the bitch for y'all circle. This bitch is not to be added. At all. Okay, so they gonna go to that shit. Then we have a scene where Renee done called her sons cutting a motherfucking fool, and I told y'all his disrespectful ass was disrespecting his mother and talking to her like that. He just seems to have a disregard to me for respect when it comes to his mother. And now he done wrecked the car. He done did all of this stuff. Thank God he's still alive, and hopefully, you know, nobody's dead or whatever in that situation. Now you got all of these motherfucking tickets and shit. And she has to pay for this shit to register the shit she talks to him. And it's like, it's nothing in the car. No. And I know she was mad as hell having to go in there and spend $3,000 or whatever to pay for some tickets so she can drive on the new car. That's some bullshit. Then she said the insurance is fucked up. I paid this money. And it's like he's disregarding. And I understand her fear because she don't want him to be like his dad was. You get what I'm saying? I just think you need to give him some tough love. And, you know, and it's hard to do. It's hard to do. Even when you mad at them, I'm paying motherfucking money out. You know, you mad, but they still your child. I just hate that this is going on. You know what I mean? I just do. But I think he needs some tough love a long time ago. I really think she should have just stole him a long time ago. I'm for real. I throw a motherfucking bottle at his head or some shit. You know what I'm saying? I just, you know, take something and bash his motherfucking head in. You know what I mean? So I can let you know I didn't come from you. You came from me. And as long as you draw a breath, I come from that where, you know what I'm saying, bow, you just steal them. I mean, you know, just, it's what it is. Get a motherfucking bottle and bust their motherfucking head. It's what it is. Now, I'm talking about grown motherfuckers that feel that grown, but yet you still dealing with it. You running your motherfucking gums. Bitch, you must have forgot who I am. Take the motherfucking 2x4 motherfucking heel, bitch. I will be driving while that motherfucker is sticking out of your head. Don't fuck with me. You know, and I think there is just no respect there, and I'm just not for that. I'm not for that. I love the shit out of mine, and I ain't saying mine ain't never tried to get jazzy with me, but, you know, little. But you gotta check a motherfucker. You stop them when they do it. You know what I'm saying? Anywho, I don't know what's gonna happen with that, Renee, honey. I wish the best for you on that, but I think you have to give him some real tough love. You know what I'm saying? I think you just gonna have to get a motherfucking stick and hit him in the face. I'm just saying, cut his ass off, cut the money off. Yeah, that would have been cut a long time ago. Anywho, move forward. Okay. Then, let's see. I done kind of talked about Drita and old girl talking at the table and all that shit she bopping. And her being there with old dude. And bitch, you know, and Drita's listening to you saying what you saying. But your whole motherfucking demeanor, your man's demeanor, was completely different. When y'all was sitting there and putting butter on the shit and this and that and other. You know, he's trying to tell you what's good, but you ain't listening. You bopping that rat shit and all of that bullshit. You know, you seem to want to keep the motherfucking shit going, bitch. This is your only storyline, bitch. I get it. Okay, so now let's go to the part where we at the damn function. Okay. And we just gonna zoom into that. Now, Natalie, your bitch ass is already there. You already bumping your motherfucking gums. You already saying what you saying. Big Angie's feeling some kind of way because you keep on talking about this girl's family and calling her rat and this and that and other, and that shit ain't cool. Drita's like, she's as bad with her mouth as I am with my hands. And blase. And I'm trying to understand when the both of y'all gonna fully check this bitch. Because, Drita, you was ready to go and put hands on your friend of 20 years about even thinking she said some shit about your husband or your family or whatever. Since y'all about that and you don't believe in certain shit being done, check this hoe. Just on the strength of that, I'm not understanding why she's getting so many motherfucking passes. All these blinkings and shit and all of this shit. No, check that bitch. Bitch, I don't know where you come from. Better yet, bitch, I don't care. And ain't nobody check this hoe's receipts at all. Nobody. But at the very least, look at this bitch when she's talking about this girl's family, but yet y'all don't believe that shit should be done. We all about respect, family, and you don't do that shit, but you gonna let this bitch do that to Karen. I'm trying to understand how that is okay. That's what I want to know. How's that okay? This bitch still bumping her gums, but when Karen and her old man comes in and Karen walks up, you know, she do what she always do and leave and go somewhere and talk shit. Then, Drita, just as you said, I'm going to see what happens with them. Karen done told you that her man said, no, it wasn't even like that. It was this and that and other. You know, her man that came up, you know, Natalie's man, and it's like daps and this and that and other. Hello to Karen, him, blase, they talking. Bitch, when is that going to tell y'all that this bitch is foul? She comes up in the midst of the conversation as he's saying, in the midst as he's saying, and bitch, I sent something in your ass, but I'm going to wait and let you do one more thing, and it's going to let me know for sure whether I'm right or wrong, bitch. I'm going to give you one. I'm going to see if you do it one more time because you seem to have a true disdain for Karen's man. Who he is. Whatever. But, bitch, I'm going to see. I'm going to give you a chance. Bitch, you come up and he's saying you shouldn't be talking about people that you don't know about, but you didn't hear the whole conversation. And, of course, you like, you know, he's jerking me off and this and that and other. You get what I'm saying? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yeah, I might have to get this in a second. I'm going to see. In a second. Who is it? Hold on, y'all.